Thought I'd make a quick video about quinoa processing. So this is it after it had been chopped down right at the end of last year, and it's just been tied up drying in the rafters of my garage where it was nice and cool and dry. So first thing I'm going to do is separate all the branches that have seeds on them, and then, well, I'll show you the next bit in a second. So now I'm just going to get some of the little branches and just make an OK symbol and run your hands along them. I just do it leaves and all. The dried leaves will go in there as well, but they're easy to separate later. So do that until you've just got through the whole pile basically, and then the next stage is after that. So that's all of the plants done now. Took about 10 minutes. So now you're left with big things like leaves and the odd twig, and then the quinoa seeds themselves, they all have this sort of outer casing. So the idea was with this bit, well, what I do is just rub them between your hands. That's it. And then you're left with the bits you want to eat, and then the fluffy sort of outer casing, and that's all there is to it really. Right, so now we're going to process these bit by bit into this bowl until we've got a big layer of sort of the leafy stuff. That's what we're up to now. In a while we can shake that and you can see how it separates. That's all of it now in there. So I'm not sure if you can really see it. It's all mixed in, and now we're going to just shake it.
Do you want to shake it?
Like that, yeah.
That's quinoa free.
So now we're just the top layer is now quite thick with just the leaves and the pods that held in the quinoa. And there's the occasional bit of quinoa you can just chuck back in there. See, that's sort of 95% free of it.
Right, let's get the stuff at the top. So you've got the dust here, this side, that really sinks right to the bottom. And then you've got the leaves here, and then you've got the quinoa in the middle. I can't see any quinoa.
Take the really big bits. Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Is it alright?
Do it again. That's a good breeze there. So that's pretty much there. There's a couple of tiny bits, the fluffy bits. You can, the sieve that we have doesn't let the quinoa through, so we need one with slightly wider gaps, and then you could get it all sorted, and then use this, a finer mesh, to get all the dust out. I would just put it in the Quinoa jar like this. It's 99% of the way there, and then when you boil it, when you put it in the water, the quinoa will sink and the fluffy bits will float, and then you just skim them off with a spoon or whatever. So that's this year's and last year's quinoa. I don't know how much is there, but it's a couple of really big handfuls. That was off about 8 plants in total, so I really didn't do many plants, or a lot of them got eaten. So if I had to do it again, which I will plant, you know, dozens of plants, and then you'd get, you know, a good load of Quinoa jars full. And I don't know how many dinners that would do. Probably 4 dinners or something. Depends how many people and how much you eat.
Yes.
But now that all your quinoa is finished and in your container, before you cook it, you need to rinse it. So now I've not actually cooked my own quinoa that I've grown before, so this is a bit of an experiment for me. So I'm just going to add some just clean water to that, because you can still see through that. The quinoa has a sort of soapy, mildly toxic substance. I think they're called saponins. Very bitter to the taste. So you need to rinse it, and hopefully soon you should see this substance leaching into the clean water and making it go a bit cloudy. You can see now that's gone quite cloudy, and you can't see the jar behind like it could a minute ago. So I'll drain this water off and then add some fresh tap water and see if it still goes as cloudy as this. So I've just added some more water and you can see through it still. So that's about the same amount of time as it had last time before it went cloudy, and you can still see through it. Maybe a slight taint to the water, but that would have all been rinsed away with just the tap. So yeah, when I go to do a big batch, I think I'll just rinse mine in a big bowl, drain it off, and then rinse it through in a tap. So there you go.